Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are discussing how we cut the steel panels for our barn dominium game room. I had a few questions. People asked, did we buy them already pre-cut? In this case, we did not. We bought 12-foot pieces and cut them down to 3-foot. And we found a really quite simple and easy solution. It did require buying a saw and a saw blade, but at the end of the day, it made work so much easier, way better cut, straighter cut, and was definitely the way to do it. So let's get into it. Here we are setting the jig up, making sure we've got everything kind of how we want it. It took us a few tries to get it exactly where it would cut like we wanted to. But overall, a pretty simple setup here. Doesn't really require much. So here we are, we're getting ready to cut this first panel here. And you notice we don't have the side stop on there initially. And really after this first pass here, you'll see we decided to go ahead and put that on there. It just kind of helps hold it in place as we're pushing it along. And this first sheet we're using too is also only an 8-footer. So we initially started with a single 8-footer that we got to try to do some samples on and figure out how to cut it. And that's what we're doing here with this one. Now you notice there I didn't quite get all the way through on the ends, so I had to come back and recut afterwards. So we're going back here, we just trimming up the original panel there. It had a rough cut end. And this is 30, I think it's considered 31 gauge panel that you get at Home Depot and Lowe's. Very thin stuff, so you gotta be real careful with it too, trying to keep it from kinking and bending on you. We just didn't have any good luck with the hand shears and things of that nature to get the cut that we really wanted. This, we was able to get up there and really get it straight as we wanted to on it. So there you have the finished product. All nice clean cuts. All right, here's the jig, a little bit jig right after we got done so you can kind of see it. Nothing too crazy, just mainly something for that saw to fit in. It's, not super tight, but you don't want it super loose in there either. So here's the saw we actually use. It's a small circular saw of a Milwaukee. And then we used this rigid metal cutting diamond blade, it worked really good on it. So can't really complain. Give us good, nice cuts and really straight cuts as well with the jig set up. So we tried a few things on cutting this panels and found this to be the best. We tried these things, no luck, couldn't keep them straight. So what we done with this saw, we've got this table that was a scrap table that we made on a set of sawhorses. We took and routed all this out to the depth. So this saw, let me go the other way so you can see it better. This saw sits in this track. So now this in this track, it keeps everything straight as we're cutting. And so we ended up setting up, we made us a stop on this side and a stop over there. Panel would slide up into here. And then we did take this piece of 1/4 inch and would slide it underneath there just to keep this up so it would cut through all the way. But absolutely the best solution we found for this. We tried so many other things. We tried hand shears. This was way faster, much cleaner cut, much straighter cut than anything we found. So little tip and trick on that. And there's the final product installed and done. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.